to all you Geminis. Welcome to the monthly general horoscope for Gemini for the month May of 2013. It's a fresh month, I guess, for all the signs, and it's a very interesting month for Geminis because there's a lot happening in your seventh house, which is the house of other people, and there's also a lot or a possibility to become conscious of the unconscious. So there are two eclipses this month, and the beginning of the month, so the first 10 days are building up towards that first eclipse, a solar eclipse in Taurus, and that is in your 12th house. So what is happening? At 19 degrees of Taurus there is a Sun and a Moon conjunction, but also Mercury and Mars very close to that conjunction. So this means a bit of a beam on your 12th house because you have 4 planets, a clustering of planets in your 12th house. And I think Gemini is seen as a light, as a very light sign that loves to, that is interested in all kinds of stuff, in all new news and all of that. And for some Geminis, it could be a time of introspection. And the 12th house is the unconscious and our blind spots that are hidden. And I think most Geminis are curious enough to, to see what's beneath that unconscious level of yourself, because it's your 12th house. It's the patterns that we have, maybe from generations before. So a new moon means a new start. Maybe there's going to be a new attempt to investigate your old patterns that are not working anymore for you. And so I think that is a very positive solar eclipse for you. And so a lot of Geminis will have the possibility of spotting their blind spots, and that is good because you don't want other people to know your blind spots without you knowing them. You're way too curious to have that situation, so that's good. Now the other thing is that, of course, we have this Pluto-Uranus square happening for a couple of years, and now at the 21st of May it's exact again. Now, I don't really believe in the fact that when some aspect is exact, then it is the time that things happen. I really don't believe in that. I mean that most people sense it already before. And but it is a team, of course. Pluto-Uranus square is about liberation. And it's about, new liberations that you want to have. For you, Geminis, it's in the 8th house. Pluto, so the transformational energy is in the 8th house and also in your 11th house. So that has to do with aspiration. So I think a lot of Geminis will have also the focus of wanting to transform their fears and having new aspirations that comes that liberates us, and or maybe new friends. So attracting new friends that are Uranus-like, who are a bit different than we are, but who help us to free us up when it considers taboos again, because 8th house is the house of taboos. So pretty intense dark houses, not dark, but intense houses are activated. And for a very light Gemini, that could be a bit challenging, but not negative at all. Now, what else is happening? At the 25th of May, there is a lunar eclipse in your opposite sign of Sagittarius. So the sun will be in your first sign, which is lovely. The sun is shining on you around that moment, and the moon will be in the sign of other people. So there's definitely a climax or something that reveals a revelation when it considers your intimate relationship or your one-to-one relationship, or even if you work with clients. Clients could really tell something about themselves, and it really makes sense for you as well. A kind of mirroring that is going on. Now, this all squares to Neptune, and Neptune is a bit of a misty planet because it squares up, and a square is also a tension. So something maybe at work could be involved here. That something isn't really clear, or that is a bit misty, but I wouldn't mind that so hard, because you know, an eclipse is of course important, but this energy is really important if you are conscious about it. And the Caput Algol is also a theme that is involved here for all of us this month. Caput Algol is a fixed star, and it's a star, I think the word alcohol is derived from it. It's a star that has to do with losing the mind a bit. And so it's not bad, it's just a warning that considers that 12th house, because Caput Algol is around 25-26 degrees of Taurus. So that solar eclipse I talked about, all those planets, those 4 planets, the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Mars, they're all going to transit Caput Algol. So whatever you're doing to getting more conscious about yourself, don't lose yourself in that. So don't trip yourself up. I think that's just a message. And if you do that, you will be fine. And during the lunar eclipse at the end of the month, so when the moon is in Sagittarius around the 25th, Mars will be exact on that Caput Algol, which means that you will have the tendency to act, maybe a bit losing your head. So watch that day. It's just a couple of days, the 24th, 25th, 26th, that you don't overdo your actions. If you sense that, oh, I'm losing my mind a little bit, well, just stop, and within a few days it will pass. So that's just a little bit of advice on Caput Algol. Meanwhile, I think the whole month will be a very hopefully you can tap into the optimism of what is going on now in the heavens, and also some breakthroughs that you want to do, considering yourself and considering other people are really much into the picture. You do have yes, a possibility to how would I say, with that Jupiter in your sign, to grow. You know, I've been talking about that many times. You've got Jupiter, the planet of expansion in your sign. So keep on tapping into that energy, because it's not gonna last. It's up until the end of June. So wish you all the best, you Geminis, and see you next month. Bye bye.